What is up? We are working on the Hillbilly's 1973 Plymouth Duster. And it's been parked for so long that the Holley carburetor is just leaking everywhere and the primary accelerator pump does not work. So, got a couple gaskets here. This is old school, but this is what I used to use all the time. Holley carbs, man. Can't beat that shit. So I got a accelerator pump and a gasket kit for that bowler. Try to see this car get on the road for the first time in about 15 years.
Non-Holley. It was like a quadra-flush replacement.
What was that?
It was a spread bore.
Oh, Rundle, you said Rundle's up in Pace
yeah.
and Rundle's Performance. He sold you a fake Holley, you're saying?
Yeah, it was a fake Holley.
Yeah, and did it work as good as a Holley?
Nope.
No, nothing really works as good as a Holley. I remember I would put like a Eldebrock. You know how a lot of people like the Eldebrock?
This was the end of all of my woes right here with that carburetor. You know, the only other good carburetors are those Eldebrock ones.
They just work, but they don't perform like these.
No, they work.
They're simple, and they just have metering valves with you just change a couple springs. These have power valves, which Hollies are superior. It's just like a lot of people don't understand the Hollies, so they give up on them.
The grave too. I sent that carburetor to the grave.
Oh yeah. Plus Hollies, you could do this without taking the carb off. You just or taking the top off.
Still gas in it.
Like I was good with quader jets too, but Hollies are just there we go.
Oh, I have the reusable ones in it.
Oh, yeah, the rest that you did. But it's been in there for 15, 20 years. Who knows? But it's accelerator pump we're after, so it is shot.
Now it squirts.
We better blow some, because it could be varnished up through there. So we'll put the diaphragm in, but we better take your air.
So maybe it's not the diaphragm.
It's probably varnished up because nothing.
Diaphragm alone.
I would change it.
Why?
Because if it isn't dead now, it's going to be dead, and maybe it just pumps now, even though it's cracked. When it has to push.
Is it leaking?
No, I mean it could be so where it's not, pumping for good. So. He's trying to be the Hillbilly friend's trying to be cheap. We got it apart.
I'm just saying it's unnecessary.
Yeah, but I think we put it in there since we got it apart, and let's. But I'm just saying we better not just put a new pump on there. We need to take the air and blow this out. We'll probably have to
Fix the compressor.
take the Phillips down here and take the squirter nozzle off down in there. See, there's the squirter nozzles. You could change those squirter nozzles too. That also helps control the delivery of spray. Let's just blow some air through it. You can plug in this loud ass piece of shit. I hate those kind of compressors. Long live the belt drive compressors. They're way better. You probably won't, but
On my side, I can't see this other side.
okay. So just took the metering block out of the way, and I blew through that, and the accelerator pump hole goes right there and comes out right here. Then it blows in right here, comes out up here, where we took the nozzle off. Here's your spray nozzle. Should probably save the parts we don't lose it. And it was plugged, but I just blew it through. Watch your eyes.
See anything?
So it's clear now, but when I blasted it and it busted loose, I heard something hit like a rock. So it must have been a nice hard piece of varnish down in there.
Do you see it? It'd be on this side. I can't see the other.
I don't know. It just sounded like it bounced off the car. Oh, I do see it. Oh, there is something in there. I got to get it. There's a little needle thing. Ooh, good thing we looked for that. Hold that over here in your hand. Just lay it in your hand. I believe that's just a check valve that drops in there right underneath the nozzle, just so the fuel won't go back. And I thought the check valves were down in the pump. I guess that's probably it. I don't know, but that's probably what that's for. But I thought I heard something hard. I'm glad I looked down there and looked. But that would have digested right through the engine. Might have ticked it for a few minutes until they either went out the exhaust or embedded into the piston.
You can imagine if it got hung in the valve seat.
Well, it just missed then.
Yeah, but it would jigger the seats.
Let it go. Dang. So yeah, that's a pretty hard piece of metal too. Oh yeah, another thing is we have a lot more room now because we took the blasted choke out of the way, which he says just to leave off because he doesn't use it. So
never needed it.
Basically, these go through like this on this style. It's not the screw style, and it goes through on the rod, and then it just has a little bumps here on here, so this just gets, yeah, that was it. This just goes down in there, and then he basically gets wedged, and then that rod stays between these two little bumps. But he's like, that's a restriction. Guess he likes driving his car with no choke. So.
Dude, I never used to choke.
Dang.
You see any cables hooked up to it?
No, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
It
never needed to choke.
Because you just run it rich all the time, even when it's warmed up.
Good.
I guess. Looks like we got it now. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice, and it's gonna run real good when we go to start this the first time.
Probably fire right up.
Who knows? It likes it, Pig Rich. We're gonna put it back together now and see what happens. Okay, so Hillbilly's putting the bowl back on with the original gaskets because he wants to see if it just works. Not even putting any parts in there. It was just plugged right underneath the accelerator pump nozzle. So now I got to show you something. Basically, this is a 318. This is the original block, right? We used the original block when we rebuilt it.
Well, we're just a rattle can rebuild.
Yeah, just a basic hone job with new rings we did. What was that, in like 1990 probably? And so it's stock 318, except for it has an RV cam, and it has an aluminum intake and headers. It doesn't take a whole lot to make a 3,100 pound light Duster go, run pretty good. But here's the thing: is he was building a 360 for this thing. He's about $4,000 into this engine, and then he basically moved, and then and never did anything. He kept moving the parts with him, right? So he moved to California. Towed the car over there, lived over there for about 6 years by the coast, and look what this block looks like. I'll superimpose on the video what this block looked like after it was new, but that's a 360 and a 360 crank. And where's the pistons hiding at anyway? The other one? That's basically, that was machined professionally with the rotating assembly put in and balanced for like 9,000 RPM revs. 1,300? I mean, that sounds a little odd. I just say 90. Here's the heads, which are worth a lot of money. These are like 360J heads or something. The stainless steel don't rust, thank God. So his valves didn't rust. He had these kind of wrapped in a towel and left, so they didn't.
And they're hardened seats too.
Hardened seats, yeah. So these heads are serious business. They have, I think they're double row Hemi springs on it. Yep. So, and it's got a huge ass camshaft. He had a bunch of parts. Here's a direct gear drive timing set. He's literally has had this stuff sitting for like almost 20 years, 15 years, just moved around until the parts, the wrapper just disintegrated and the bolts have fallen out of it. So, trying to give him a kick in the ass to get his car project going, since he actually let it stall for 15 years since he bought the last part for it, and he's just parked the car all that time. Here's a part of a stud kit for that engine. I mean, everything's pretty much here. There's the pistons. Oh, wow, the rods are a little rusted, too, but that's no big deal. That'll clean up. KB Performance pistons.
Each black.
Yep. These are hypertetics, right? Or whatever. They're not. Yeah, hybernetics, hypertetics. Even matters who you talk to, they call it different. But basically,
they're light and strong.
Yeah, they're not forged, though, but...
They're light and strong,
but these are new. A little scratch.
Forged are heavier.
Yeah, forged are heavier. So they're light strong. This is for a high revving engine. It's supposed to make 425 horse and then built for 300 shot of nitrous. More bolt kits and whatever intake this is. It's a big freaking huge single plane M1 intake. So this is an actual based on a build, a race engine build. So it's like not a guess. It's all spec'd. Yep. Yeah, so it's basically based on a Mopar crate motor, he says, for that rating. So
one up everything.
One up, yeah. So yeah, he went a little better on all the specs that they said. So this is supposed to be a pretty good beast, but unfortunately he didn't assemble it, and then he just started moving around, and then the parts started to rust. So hopefully this will be running today to go test drive and see what's making the clunk in the transmission, which I hope is just a broken transmission mount. He said all the forward gears are still there. I rode in it briefly when we were in California 5 years ago when we put it loaded on the trailer to tow here. And it shifted through all the gears. It just made a bad thud that bothered him, but I'm thinking he's just feeling metal to metal from the shift. So hopefully it's as simple as going to get new mounts on it. Get this beast driving again. True redneck engineering. Hit it. That's the fuel pump switch. Sticking that wire in there. You got a fuel pump right here and a filter that we put on there. So it should be pumped up a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, start it up. This sucker's, you're gonna have to put, this is probably gonna be loaded up.
I'm sure none of that false.
I don't think it's going anywhere. It's definitely not gonna start lean this time with all the carb cleaner, brake cleaner, or whatever this is. Yeah, hopefully it did. Brake parts cleaner. And now fuel I just sprayed down there. Damn, that was awesome. Now touch the throttle, see if it don't, no, it ain't gonna stall. Hit it. Oh, there we go. Loading up a little bit. Still might be rich. What happens if you get into the secondaries? There we go. Guess we'll have to put it together and take it for a ride. So, do you think that air filter is big enough? Dude.
Bigger the better.
So that's how we're going to drive it. But that's that. We just stick the wire in and close the hood.
Yeah.
Better get your little ratchet there. Look, the car's actually going to leave the driveway. We're actually going to leave the house with it. Something it hasn't done for years, except for on a trailer. Click, 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 click. Yep, up the water. There's a nice crack right there. Did someone try to fix it?
No.
That's just what it does after a while? That windshield's useless. I'm sure the neighbors love this thing, an open header like this.
Well, it's got pipes on it.
Yeah, it's got some pipe. Just dump down, turn down stuff before the axle. Eventually you need to get a windshield in this. These are weird windshields to put in. These got rubber on around the sides.
That's what my truck was.
Speedometer is way wrong, huh? There's that gear swap. So I didn't feel no clunk there, but you're real nice on it. Definitely need some mufflers to sound a little better. Didn't really feel it doing it too much.
It didn't.
But it didn't really snap shift either.
No, I didn't. I let off.
Same spot. Huh?
I didn't let off that time.
Oh, you mean you did the first time?
Yeah.
So now you're going back to the house?
That?
Yeah, something was sliding down there or something. That wasn't transmission. I think the tranny seems to be okay. And maybe you're letting it go. Put some air in the tires. Now he's going to take it for another drive. We're still trying to hear that clunk that the transmission used to do.
Hear that?
That's your speedometer doing that. Yes.
That was.
Right when it made that sound, that thing bounced up to like 110. And we're doing like 10 miles an hour. No, that's not the clunk. I'm just saying that other sound you're hearing is that. We'll just put in a new speedometer in there. The electronic one. Make you new gauges. We're not really getting a chance to hear it go from second to third on throttle. Is that when it mostly clunked from first to second, or?
That was almost full throttle, yeah.
Yeah.
But you hear that noise? Like
right.
It's chattering?
Like what?
You don't hear that chatter?
Over there? That's
No, it's
just
up here.
Oh, I hear all sorts of sounds, and it's your speedometer cable. Pretty sure. All those dudes golfing over there were just stopped and staring. We should go back. Hillbilly Burnout Part 2. I still have an old video of you doing that. I'll have to put that side by side.
You gotta do a burnout.
You come to front of the gas and you follow that.
Dude, it's still fucking smoking. Look at that shit. Look at his fucking roll and shit.
You like that?
Oh.
Look up there. Oh, man.
It's only spinning the left one. That's a good change though. God damn.
Yeah, yeehaw!
How was that?
That was pretty cool. It actually went sideways.
Yeah, 'cause I had to went off.
Dude, you know what happens when you turn there?
Yep.
Fuck, I can't believe you just went.
I did you because you won't go.
Don't be driving
See, that was good
slow.
old Smokey, huh?
Yeah, that's a 2-point thing you just did, turning there.
Oh well.
One wheel peel. One wheel peel, just like the Hillbilly Deluxe. You know what? That was one wheel peel, just like your truck.
I told you.
Well, you tried to argue that the truck would spin both
Trucks does that shit low.
if you get lucky, but it is an open differential.
Turns, it goes sideways, dude.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't count. It's not posi. It's not limited slip. It's one wheel wonder. Okay, which side is it? Oh, it's right there. That's wait, focus. Keep the thing from moving. Yeah, that's sloppy. You're shaking the whole thing to do it easier. Yep. I bet you that was rolling around. You know, as the load changes a little bit, I bet you that was making a pretty good, you know, something, or just or something, you know, as it was going around.
I was chewing up the bearings.
Okay, I got the yoke, the old U-joint out. Got a new U-joint, but when I put it in here, this one side is, you could almost see that it's a little elliptical right there. So it's definitely, it's going to be loose. So looks like he needs a new yoke. I guess he said like he accidentally did a neutral drop with it when he was living in California, and ever since then it started making a lot of noise. So that's crazy. It might have stretched this steel right there. So better that than to be the transmission be jacked. So it looks like the old beast is going to be out of commission for about a week or so until he gets a new yoke.